Well, good morning, everybody. It's so good to have you with us here in our Gulfstream Park cabana as we get ready to draw the 2018 $16 million Pegasus World Cup Invitational. Really is nice to see so many faces here as we gear up for an incredible week of racing here at beautiful Gulfstream Park. My name is Jason Blewett. I am one of the TV racing analysis here at Gulfstream Park and a very proud employee of the Stronach Group, and I'm happy to welcome in one of my co-hosts in Acacia Courtney, and we do have some Spanish coming in just a few moments with Claudia Spadaro. But what a race, Acacia! What a day this is going to be.
We are so thrilled and excited to once again be hosting the Pegasus World Cup Invitational right here at Gulfstream Park. Last year's events exceeded all of our expectations, and this year will be like no other. We can promise you that. That is the message of the Stronach Group. We're always doing something innovative. It's such a thrill and an honor to work for a company like that that is always pushing limitations and doing something new while honoring their traditions of great thoroughbred racing. We're so excited once again to have it here at Gulfstream Park.
It's about setting new horizons and trying new things, and again, working for the Stronach Group and looking at the track history of this great company and the rich heritage of the thoroughbred racing and one of the crown jewels of the American turf in Gulfstream Park. It's about blazing new trails, starting new trends, and this $16 million Pegasus is proof of that. It's expected to have a likely unanimous 2017 Horse of the Year when the Eclipse Awards are given out tomorrow in Gunrunner, and it's just going to be so great here at Gulfstream Park. And as promised, Claudio, how about a little Espanol?
Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Acacia. Muy buenos días y bienvenidos a la Pegasus World Cup 2018, la copa más rica del mundo, donde los mejores ejemplares y profesionales del deporte se unen en este majestuoso hipódromo como lo es Gulfstream Park. Hoy estaremos haciendo el sorteo de este próximo sábado 27 de enero. Les deseamos todo el éxito del mundo para sus ejemplares y disfrutemos de lo que es esta segunda edición de la Pegasus World Cup.
I worked on that all night, actually. You did a great job reading it.
Thank you, Jason.
And by the way, we like all of you so much that we decided to give you a little sneak peek of our Pegasus Day cabana. It's not finished yet. You could just look around. Obviously, there's still construction going on, but it'll look even better. And it looks great now, but it'll look even sleeker and better come Saturday. And what about Arrogate, who won this race, the inaugural running, a year ago?
And as we said, it did start right here at Gulfstream Park. It was $12 million last year. This year it will be $16 million. And Arrogate, trained by Bob Baffert, won the inaugural running.
Then Neolithic, back fourth is Noble Bird, followed by Keen Ice. But what a race, what a sport, what a horse! Arrogate romps in the Pegasus. He won it by 3.5.
That was, I had been to Gulfstream Park many times as a fan in the past, and there was, even being at the inaugural Pegasus as a fan, there was a vibe and electricity in this place I had never felt at the races before. And I've been going to the track since the summer of 1992 when that one fateful trip to Belmont Park changed my life. Terrific horse, and what a way to start the new legacy of the Pegasus.
It certainly was. Of course, Arrogate named 2 years in a row the world's best racehorse, and this year we have top to bottom an incredible field lined up for you. Of course, we do have the favorite horse of the year in Gunrunner, but every single entrant, we have the top 5 finishers from this year's Breeders' Cup Classic running for this year's Pegasus World Cup Invitational. And just a quick reminder, don't forget, everybody, use your social media. You can follow us Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at Pegasus World Cup and hashtag Pegasus World Cup.
And we are going to officially start Pegasus Week here at Gulfstream Park by bringing up Belinda Stronach, Chairman and President of the Stronach Group, for a few words.
Thank you very much. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you all here today to Gulfstream Park. And before we get on with the more exciting part of the today's agenda, I really would like to give a huge thanks to the team here at Gulfstream Park and the Stronach Group that have put a great amount of effort into not only last year's inaugural Pegro race, but what you see here today. It's going to be the most awesome event. So I have to thank Billy Badgett. Of course, I have to thank Tim Ritvo. Kind of feels strange to be up here without him, but he's going to say a few words after. And, you know, they've just done a remarkable job, and their heart is in it, and we're going to have just a phenomenal day at the races. So we hope you enjoy it, and we hope to exceed your expectations. So on that note, I would like to turn it back over to the team here behind me, and I believe we can get started with the draw.
Yes, and without further ado, the reason we're here is to draw those the 12 slots for the $16 million Pegasus, which will be run at a mile and a furlong. And I'm happy to bring up George Berry and Michael Costanzo of the racing office here at Gulfstream to pull the pills.
Who's excited? Anybody? We can do a little bit better than that, right? Who's excited?
Yeah!
Thank you.
And as you can see, George to our right, shuffling intently the draw slips for each of the Pegasus 12 main runners in the box. Number 6 is Gunrunner.
The Fountain of Youth winner right here at Gulfstream Park. Gunrunner, trained by Antonio Sano, ran in both the Kentucky Derby and the Preakness. He's a stakes winner right here at Gulfstream Park, training at Gulfstream Park West. He's
our hometown boy. We're rooting big time for Gunrunner, such a nice horse trained by Antonio Sano and ridden by Gulfstream Park's leading rider in Luis Saez. Number 3 is the mare, Stellar Wind.
The first filly or mare to take on the boys in this event, Stellar Wind, was the 2015 champion 3-year-old filly. She was purchased by her current connections at the Keeneland November sale and has won 10 out of 16 starts.
She is trained by Chad Brown and will be ridden by jockey Joel Rosario. Number 2 is the Bob Baffert-trained West Coast.
One of 2 in the race for Bob Baffert, who did, of course, win the inaugural Pegasus World Cup with Arrogate. West Coast won the Grade 1 Travers and followed that up with a Grade 1 win in the Pennsylvania Derby. He was 3rd in this year's Breeders' Cup Classic.
And again, Bob Baffert winning the inaugural Pegasus with Arrogate and Hall of Fame jockey, Hall of Fame trainer too, but Javier Castellano in Tryon past summer up in Saratoga Springs has the mount. And we will have morning line odds after the post draw is completed. Number 5 is the other Bob Baffert runner in the race, Collected, as this horse ships in from California.
He does indeed. Collected, burst onto the scene. He has won 5 graded stakes, of course, highlighted by a Grade 1 win in the 2017 Pacific Classic.
And he's trained by Hall of Famer Bob Baffert and Hall of Fame jockey Mike Smith. Arrogate's rider in last year's inaugural Pegasus will have the call. Number 7 is Fear the Cowboy.
Fear the Cowboy coming off a Grade 3 win right here at Gulfstream Park in the Harlan's Holiday. He also won the Grade 3 skip away here earlier in 2017. He is a late running style, and he is one of 3 in the race to win locally at Gulfstream Park.
He is a real blue-collar racehorse, 100% racehorse. He's trained by Efren Loza Jr. and has Florida's own jockey Tyler Gaffleone in the irons. Four is the Cigar Mile winner, Sharp Azteca.
As Jason said, he won the Grade 1 Cigar Mile. That was his first Grade 1 victory. He's one of 2 in the race for Jorge Navarro. He ran a big second in the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile. He is arguably a top miler, will be stretching out to that mile in an 1/8 distance.
Son of Freud, trained by Jorge Navarro and has jockey Rod Ortiz Jr. Number 8 is the other Navarro-trained runner in the race. That is War Story.
We're doing them right in a row, I guess. This is the only horse to have participated in last year's Pegasus World Cup, where he ran 5th behind Arrogate. He won the Grade 3 Brooklyn in 2017. He has raced at 13 different racetracks.
And 2 for Navarro and 2 Ortiz brothers in the mix. We've got Erad riding for Jorge on Sharp Azteca, and we've got Jose Ortiz in the mix on the Late Running War Story. Number 12 is the New York-bred Giant Expectations, yet another shipper from California.
He pulled the upset in the Grade 2 San Antonio at Santa Anita. He also won the Grade 2 Pat O'Brien in August, and he shipped successfully before he started his career in California. Broke his maiden at Belmont and went right into graded stakes competition at Del Mar.
And he is trained by Peter Urton and will have the services of Hall of Famer Gary Stevens. Nine is the Euro Toast of New York.
Perhaps one of the most interesting storylines. He won the UAE Derby in 2014 and would go on to run in 3 graded stakes in that year, including second by a nose in the 2014 Breeders' Cup Classic to Bayern. Came off a 3-year layoff and came back with a win at Lingfield.
Pretty incredible. He's even made it to the Pegasus. What a layer this Toast of New York adds to the race Saturday. He is trained by James Osborne, and Frankie Dettori will be in town to ride. Ten is the likely horse of the year for 2017 in Gunrunner.
He's coming off 4 consecutive Grade 1 victories, including the Breeders' Cup Classic. He is the favorite, as Jason mentioned, for Horse of the Year at this year's Eclipse Awards, which will take place tomorrow.
Just incredible the second half of 2017 he had, and he'll go out for Steve Asmussen with his regular rider, Florent Giroux, up. The 1 is Singing Bullet, coming out of an allowance race here at Gulfstream a few weeks ago.
The son of Hardspun got his feet wet here locally at Gulfstream with an eventful race last time out, but he had a big allowance win 2 starts back at Churchill Downs. Trainer Dale Romans participated in last year's Pegasus World Cup with Prayer for Relief.
And he is trained by Dale Romans, and the rider of Singing Bullet will be jockey Robbie Alvarado. 11 is the Dallas Stewart trained Seeking the Soul.
Seeking the Soul notched his first Grade 1 in the Clark last time out. He's won 2 in a row, and the up-and-coming horse is the one that his connections opted to run instead of his stablemate Forever Unbridled. He's already raced at 7 different racetracks.
Trainer Dallas Stewart sends out on Saturday afternoon Seeking the Soul, and another Hall of Fame rider in the mix in the great John Velasquez. And we have actually 2 also eligibles. Obviously, the 2 alsos will need a scratch in the body of the field to get into the $16 million Pegasus. They will be drawn, the 2 outside posts, 13 and 14, separately, and George will shuffle them up here, and we'll have, again, posts 13 and 14 for the 2 AEs. And the 13 is Giuseppe the Great.
Giuseppe the Great is trained by Nick Zito.
Yep, Giuseppe the Great, post number 13. And last but not least is also eligible number 14, and that is Game Over, who's trained by Jorge Navarro.
All right, and that's it. And now we do have your morning line odds for the post positions today. We are done with the draw. That will be the field. And if we could have the field slate up, we'll read you the post positions in here, beginning with Singing Bullet, who is 30 to 1. West Coast, 8 to 1. Stellar Wind, 30 to 1. Sharp Azteca, 6 to 1. Collected, 8 to 1. Gunrunner, 15 to 1. Fear the Cowboy, 30 to 1. War Story, 25 to 1. Toast of New York, 20 to 1. Gunrunner, 4 to 5. Seeking the Soul, 25 to 1. And Giant Expectations, 30 to 1. That rounds out your field thanks to our morning line maker, Jay Stone, for those odds. And you will be able to see each of these horses run on Saturday, January 27th, right here at Gulfstream Park.
And before we say good afternoon, and we hope everybody hangs out because we have a great day of racing, thoroughbred racing planned here at Gulfstream Park. Big $3 million plus Rainbow Six carryover, and first race post time will be 12:35 p.m. today. Just going over what's going on here Saturday, the first race of 12 on that Pegasus card will be run at 11:30 a.m. Admission gates open up at 9 a.m. Tickets are available at PegasusWorldCup.com, and Acacia, a 90-minute live telecast on NBC beginning at 4:30 p.m. Eastern.
That's right, 4:30 to 6 on NBC. You can catch Jason and I along with Ron Nicoletti and our entire Spanish broadcast here as well at Gulfstream Park. And just a little bit of housekeeping. If you are looking for the restroom, you can head out these doors, head to the left. Don't forget about using social media at Pegasus World Cup and hashtag Pegasus World Cup.
And by the way, the connections who are here, I know the folks with Giant Expectations are set to arrive from California a bit later today, but the connections that are here at the draw will hang out. If any members of the media want to talk to them about posts or about the Pegasus, they will be available for a post-draw comment. And with that, we say Saturday's going to be a great day. Come out and join us. These are the days that leave and make those lasting lifetime memories, and just can't wait for Pegasus 2018.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. We hope to exceed your expectations on Saturday.
Yep, I figured.